Hello, everyone. Yes, it is Nicole Renee of NRE College and Career Network coming out of retirement. Yes, the blog is back. So we've changed it to our business name, which is NRE College and Career Network, and not College Planning for Underdogs. All right. So we've all changed all that, but it's on the same line. So I came out of retirement. It is New Year's Eve, actually, New Year's Eve. And I'm here posting a blog coming out of retirement. So why am I coming out of retirement? Because the FAFSA drops today, December the 31st. And so we have been anticipating this for some time now. And so it's actually open today. It's actually open. And I'll talk about what's going on in a second. All right. So by law, they had to have it released by the end of this year, 2023. And they've been dropping little crumbs here and there, trying to get us to get used to new formats. But then this year is when the whole overhaul is completed. And so actually, FAFSA is doing a soft launch. Okay. So even though it's opening today, I have been talking to parents and students and clients over the past couple of weeks, asking them to wait, stop, and don't touch the site. Don't touch it at all. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I posted something on my Instagram page today, which if you don't follow me, is College and Career Network. And so it's saying that students will be able to complete and submit their forms online starting today. However, they are having what's called a soft launch. All right. And so they're suggesting that people, and I'm reading right from the site, do not rush to fill out the form immediately when the soft launch period opens, which is today, as federal student aid will not transmit results to schools until later in January. All right. So you might even want to wait until the second or maybe the third week to go in. All right. From what I've been hearing, people have been going in and it's been very frustrating. So just don't touch it at all. All right. So here's what students, families, and schools can expect during the soft launch. All right. So contributors those are the students, the parents, the student spouses, or parents, whoever they are that are going to be filling out that form for the student, will be able to access the account and at least put up their student ID account, which is your FSA ID account. So I've had students doing that over the last couple of weeks, just setting up the account. But truth be told, I was in there today and you can't even click the button to do that because they have it closed out for a little while, but I'll keep reading. All right. So FSA or federal student aid will initiate a planned pause for site maintenance, which is going on today already, to create a better experience. All right. So you will not be able to begin that form today. Applicants may experience a waiting room feature, which will help control website volumes to ensure optimal performance of the form. Who has time for that? All right. If you complete your form during the soft launch period, you actually get it finished, the information will be stored for processing, but you do not need to return to submit that application. Okay. If a student completes their form, but their contributor cannot access the form, they can return to complete that at a later date. Okay. FSA initiates site maintenance while a student or contributor is completing an application. They will be able to continue until they have completed the form. So what that means is that you guys may have to go back in and forth and do little bits and pieces, or you may get it done in the same opening or run that you go in. But in most cases, you may have to go in and get it done in pieces. All right. So after all sections of the form are completed and submitted, the student will receive a confirmation email noting that their submission date and that their student aid index, which tells you how much money you're eligible for in aid, but not exactly as a formula that they use that they send to the schools. That's a whole nother podcast. Your estimated grant eligibility. However, you will not receive your FAFSA submission summary until federal student aid processes the FAFSA beginning in late January. All right. So what this means is that your forms will not start until late January as far as being processed. So that's why there's no need to rush, right? So I know you do need to get it done because each college does have a date that they want you to get these things done by. So you want to go and look to see what date your state wants it to have it, I'm sorry, not your state, but your school wants to have it done. So FAFSA can be completed up until June 30th, but of course you don't want to wait that late at all. Also, for those of you who have a state grant application that is connected to your FAFSA, there will be a delay in filling that form out as well. But that'll be a whole nother podcast because I don't want to put too much information in here. All right. All right. So now I'm going to show you guys a couple of things on some sites. All right, so here are the receipts. Here is the website that FAFSA has their general message on it, actually all of their FAFSA information. And so this link will be down in the description box, and it has the soft launch and details and timeline. So everything that I just read to you on our Instagram account is here. All I did was cut and paste a little of what was here and put it in. Of course, I credited FAFSA. But if you check here, every bit of information that you need about the launch will be here. And as they update it, all you can do is just keep accessing this specific link. All right. And then also, we're going to go to the FAFSA form. Remember, I told you that the FAFSA is open today, but people have been having problems. So when you go here, there's this nice little note that says the 24-25 FAFSA form will be available periodically during our soft launch. And then it tells you about a better FAFSA form. So if you want to create your FSA ID, I told you that you can do that before you start the form, right? But however, I'm clicking here, clicking here, clicking here, and it's not allowing me to access the site. So let's say we already have an account. We want to go in and update some things, access existing form. That is not opening either. All right. So that's another reason why I want you guys is to wait. As my grandmama always says, hold your horses, right? So we're going to wait until the end of this week. Maybe the end of next week, maybe in the middle of the month. All right. But you will be fine. All right. So I will be popping back in here next week, or you can also check my Instagram page for any updates regarding the FAFSA. You can also go to the Federal Student Aid Outreach site that has some short videos about how to prepare for FAFSA, and I will drop those in the description box. But again, you want to avoid the FAFSA this week. All right. Because I already have started getting messages from people telling me that there's issues. And really the only response that I'm going to give you back is, sorry, I can't help you. Can't even have you call the 1-800 number because the sites are blocked. So you're just going to have to be patient. All right. But again, make sure that you go on the school websites that you are applying to see when their specific deadlines are for the FAFSA. Some of them don't have a deadline and it's June the 30th. And then some of them have an earlier deadline like January 15th, March 1st, March 30th. Again, it depends on the school. But you don't want to wait until February or March to do it because you will not be able to get your financial aid letter from the schools until they have that information. And so the FAFSA information, when it is transmitted to the schools, they'll put together a financial aid letter for you, and it will tell you how much eligibility you have for federal student grants or federal grants, which is money you don't have to pay back, and federal loans, which you do have to pay back. Nobody wants loans, but federal loans are better than bank loans. All right. So that's what I have. I told y'all I was coming out of retirement. So I got to cook up some new stuff for you. So again, this is Nicole Renee of NRE College and Career Network. Make sure that you like this post, right? And like this and subscribe to the podcast. All right. So I thank you guys for chiming in, and I'll see you soon.